The military parade. I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool. I watched it. It was an interesting little thing. It was kind of cool seeing the army uniforms throughout the years. They started with the what I think was the like set some red coats and some blue coats. It was pretty cool. I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was a fun little patriotic thing that I kind of confused why we don't have more of throughout the years. I think it was the first one I can think of in my life anyway. It was fun. Honestly, I think it might be important that we did do it and can kind of get back to doing things like that because the country has been divided quite a bit recently. And unless we start doing things like the military parade, it doesn't have to be, but like the military parade, in order to like bring people together in unity, uh, we're headed down a bad path. And I kind of liked watching it. It was a fun watch, hearing about the different. I don't, I'm not in the military. I'm gonna call them, not branches, but like the different platoons, teams. I don't know. Maybe someone in the military can hop on and correct me in what they are. But it was kind of cool hearing the history of them and how this one has been around since like the very first groups, how they were fighting against the British at the time, and then the history all the way up to today and how long they've been around. It was kind of a fun learn, really. And honestly, I don't understand why this was as contentious as it was with the No Kings. Uh-oh, my camera's freaking out. The No Kings protest that people were doing, like, we should be proud of who we are and where we came from, and our military is one of those things we should definitely be proud of. So I don't understand why we can't join together and be proud of the military. Uh, I think that's a good thing. I think it's good to create some sort of unity in general. We've become too divided lately, and I think having military parades is kind of a first step to that. You know what I mean? Move the mic a little closer to me. There we go. But yeah, I mean, it was fun to watch. It was cool to see throughout the years when they get into the going into the Vietnam. Well, they started with obviously the Civil War. You get to see all the cool uniforms, a little bit about it, uh, the strength, the pride. Uh, just, I mean, we should have more pride in our country, and we should definitely have more pride in our servicemen and women. I think we should have learned that lesson back in the Vietnam era when the soldiers came home and like nobody was there to greet them back, and the way we treated them was very awful. And I thought we had learned that lesson that we should be proud of not only just our military but our people in uniform. They deserve that. I think it's a good thing that we actually did that, and it's something that we should definitely. I don't know. We don't have to do it all the time, but it'd be kind of cool to see that go through more often and often. Uh, but I enjoyed it. It was cool. I don't think there was anything technically wrong with it. It wasn't like I'd probably give it like 6 out of 10, maybe. It could have been better, but we hadn't done one in so long. There could have been more displays. They could have done some cooler things. But for what it was cool. I enjoyed watching it. I watched the whole thing with my son. Uh, Granted, he's 2, so he kind of putts around playing with some toys the whole time. Is my camera glitching out, or is that just me? No, it is definitely being awkward. Oop, there's the quality. I wonder if that's my internet. I'll have to figure that out. But welcome to early streaming life, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. It was fun. It was cool to see all the different uniforms and hear about the different aspects of the military that you don't normally see. They talked about the school, that little college that they had. They had a little concert, and they put on some fireworks display. I kind of wish they had done something maybe like a guard related, like the Army Guard related in each of the states, so everybody could have gone out and seen at least something. Uh, I feel like that was a missed opportunity, but I don't know, it was cool. It was in the capital, I mean, it at least it's televised so everybody could watch it, especially in today's day and age. There's no reason things like that can't just be straight up live. Um, I do think that they had a great opportunity at one point where they had the Vietnam era troops, right? The uniforms and the equipment and stuff. They should have played Flight of the Valkyrie at that point. I mean, I think it was a missed opportunity that they could have done, but it was just a fun experience actually to watch it, and I really liked the pro America sentiment, and I was just kind of proud to sit there and be able to watch it and be entertained by it. I do think they should have had as vets in the parade, especially if they're going to go back to World War II for any of those that are alive and could make it to Vietnam and so on and so forth. They should have been able to have some vets there as well. That would have been really good to see some vets out there. It could have been for World War. I don't know if they could walk, but they'd probably have to be pushed in a wheelchair. But having our veterans out there as well during the parade would have been appreciated. I think that was a missed opportunity as well for the parade. But first parade back, maybe they'll figure something out. Supposedly there's going to be another one for the 250th birthday of America, so I'll be tuning in to watch that. That'll be cool. Yeah, I don't know. I think people blew it out of proportion. I don't understand why everybody was mad about it or even mad about the idea of it. It was a patriotic thing, and honestly, I think we need to get back to more patriotic days, more unification of people. We need to stop being so bifurcated, and little things like that, little pro-America things are probably needed, especially nowadays. We are going down a very bad path, and I don't know where it's going to end. But hopefully we'll get our stuff together and get back to being neighbors and brothers and sisters. Like, there's no reason that we need to be arguing with each other this bad. We can have our disagreements, but we should all be able to shake hands and go back to being friends the next day. Some people are so angry. They need to get over it. I know that probably sounds pretty harsh, but let's be real. There's no reason to be that angry that Trump put on a military parade, that you need to counter protest the military. I mean, that's the only way I could look at it. Like, you went out there to protest Trump because he put a military parade on, so you can't say you weren't protesting the military. That's just weird to me. There's nothing wrong with being patriotic or pro-America, and we need that. It was good. It was fun to see. I'm glad I could watch it. I'm glad we brought something like that back, because we definitely need more patriotic stuff in the world. Sorry about that. I forgot to silence my phone. There you go. Much better. Sorry, guys. Hopefully that didn't just ruin everything. So yeah, that's what I think about that. I only really brought that up. I didn't have too much to say. I really just kind of brought it up because it was a relevant thing, and I thought it was cool. It was good. Put my voice out there. Let people kind of come into the comments and disagree with me if they will. I don't think they will. Nobody's watching this. But yeah, so that was cool. I approve. Let's have more. I wish they would do more in each of the states so that I could actually go kind of take my kid out there. I think he would have loved to see the tanks. He's into big vehicles right now. That would have been sweet for him.